China's economy has been growing rapidly for the last 4 decades, as we all know, and is now leveraging their financial power to build up an incredibly powerful military, and they are well into doing that. China's actions and public speeches make it clear. They're not ambiguous about it. China wants to be the regional hegemon in Asia within the next 10 years, and they want to exceed global U.S. military power by mid-century. The geostrategic history of this century will likely be determined by the United States-China relationship and whether it remains in competition or tips into great power war.
China's president has said it plans to be superior to U.S. military by 2027. The U.S. Army has set a goal of modernizing by the 2030 timeframe, other services as well. Do you believe the Chinese military could hit that mark to be superior by 2027? Is the U.S. running out of time to modernize?
I do think that we have to go quickly. Running out of time, I think, is relative, but I think the United States military needs to accelerate our modernization. And it's not so much just the actual modernization, but it's the acceptance of the idea that future war, the fundamental character of war, is actually changing in really significant, radical ways that I tried to outline briefly in those remarks. And if we, the military, don't adapt ourselves, our doctrine, our tactics, our techniques, our leader development, our training and talent management, but also the weapon systems, if we don't do that, then we won't have a military that's capable of operating in that future operating environment. With respect to what you said about what President Xi said, I'll leave those statements on their own. He has stated publicly that he has challenged the People's Liberation Army to develop the military capability to unify Taiwan with China by 2027. He didn't say, I've decided to attack and invade. He said, you generals, you develop the capability to do that. We'll make the decision later, but he didn't say he would do that. So there's a very subtle distinction there. The decision-making process would still have to occur, and that's what I'm getting at with the idea of deterrence. You want to make sure that every single day President Xi wakes up and says, today is not that day, and that decision never comes, and that's the whole essence of deterrence.
On aid to Ukraine/Taiwan, some lawmakers complain the extensive U.S. military aid to Ukraine is hurting U.S. efforts to supply Taiwan with the military systems that the military needs. What's your take on that? Are the two nations competing for the same systems and same weapons and systems?
Yes and no, I suppose. No, because they both require, in some cases, different weapons. Yes, in the sense that there are some weapons that they both need and want, and you only have X amount, so you have to manage that and balance it, and so on. And that work is being done. There's a little bit of a yes and a no in there. It's not as clean cut as it's an automatic competition and zero-sum game. It's not like that. And there are other allies and partners out there. It's not just the United States. There's many allies and partners out there that are willing to help Ukraine and others that are willing to help Taiwan.